Howdy gang, in today's episode of Pool School, I am going to address chlorine, the different types, each one's pros and cons, and what might be best for your needs. So what do you say we get to it? Okay, before we go any farther, as always, I want to thank you for watching this video and also ask you to like it if you do, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already, and please share this channel with your friends who own pools who might be looking to save a buck or two servicing their pool themselves. So in this video, I'm going to go over the 3 main types of chlorine that you might find available for your residential pool. Now there is a 4th, it is chlorine gas, but it is usually used in larger commercial type pools and it is very dangerous, so I'm not going to discuss that, but we're going to talk about 3 different kinds of chlorine or ways to deliver chlorine for your residential pool. I'm going to talk about the 3 different kinds, then I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each, and then kind of give you an overall assessment of what I think might work best depending on what your specific needs are. Okay? All right, let's get going. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to talk about 3 types of chlorine and how they are good and bad in different ways, okay? So the first one is probably the purest, and it is liquid chlorine. Liquid chlorine is just that. It's chlorine in liquid form. It comes in 1-gallon jugs usually, and you can get it at places like Walmart, Target. I've seen it at Costco, hardware stores like Lowe's or Home Depot. You can also get it from most pool supply companies. And the good thing about liquid chlorine, a couple pros to it. Number 1, it is about the purest chlorine you can get. Okay, so there's no binders like minerals or fillers that bind it together or that hold it together, and there's no cyanuric acid in that type of chlorine. The other pro about it is that it's about the most readily available, meaning that when you pour it into your pool, around the perimeter of your pool, it dissolves into your pool almost immediately. So that means that chlorine is going to get introduced into your pool water rapidly. Okay, so those are the 2 big pros when it comes to liquid chlorine. And again, if you don't mind one of the cons, this might be the product for you. The con when it comes to liquid chlorine is that liquid chlorine, because it dissolves into the pool very quickly and rapidly, and it's not being held in a granular or tablet form, that also means that as your pool water evaporates, that chlorine evaporates very quickly too. So if you're looking for convenience, this is probably not the type of product you want to use, because when it comes to liquid chlorine, if you use solely liquid chlorine to keep the chlorine levels of your pool in the ideal range, you're probably going to have to test your chlorine levels daily, especially in the swim season. Maybe in the off season, you won't need to test it quite as much, but usually daily, because you're probably going to be adding liquid chlorine on a daily basis. Okay, so that is the biggest negative to liquid chlorine. It is not as convenient. So if you're planning on being out of town, things like that, or you're out of town a lot, liquid chlorine is probably not the way to go. Okay, all right. The second type of chlorine is probably the least common of the 3 that I'm going to mention, okay? And that is granular chlorine, all right? Granular chlorine is just that. It's dry chlorine in granular form. It's usually held together by binders and fillers that are usually calcium or something like that, all right? A lot of times people see dry granular chlorine as shock. There's 2 kinds, dichlor and trichlor shock. And I'm not going to go into detail as far as dichlor and trichlor and what that means. Maybe I'll do another episode on shock and how it works, and we'll talk about it then. But granular chlorine is kind of in between liquid chlorine and chlorine tablets. Because it's granular, you can distribute it around the pool, and it will dissolve faster than a chlorine tablet, but not quite as fast as liquid chlorine, all right? Which means it's going to stay in your pool a little bit longer, and it's going to dissolve fast enough that you're going to get results fairly quickly, which is why a lot of times granular chlorine is in the form of shock, because it gets chlorine into the system or into the pool water much quicker than a tablet would, okay? So the drawback of granular chlorine is similar to liquid chlorine in the fact that because it dissolves fairly quickly into your pool, as the water evaporates, you're going to have less chlorine that hasn't been dissolved yet into the pool. going out, and so you're not going to have as much chlorine. So you're probably going to have to test your pool chemistry every 2 or 3 days when it comes to using granular chlorine. One more drawback is if you have a vinyl pool, like an above ground pool, and you pour the granules around the perimeter of your pool, those granules are going to settle down onto the vinyl, and those could eventually cause some damage to the vinyl because chlorine is corrosive. All right, so it could do some damage to your vinyl liner, or if you have a fiberglass liner or a painted bottom of your pool. So those are the drawbacks to granular chlorine. Oh, third one, because granular chlorine is held together in its granular form with stuff like calcium or other minerals, those minerals, when dissolved, are going to get into your pool, which is going to increase your level of total dissolved solids. Not so fast, but it will increase that. So you're going to increase the total dissolved solids in your pool. Okay, so that is granular chlorine. The third one, and probably in my opinion my favorite because of convenience, is the 3-inch stabilized chlorine tablet. Now, the pros behind those, biggest is they're convenient. You can put your tablets in a chlorine floater, leave it in your pool all the time, 24/7, and the tablet will slowly dissolve over time, and it will distribute certain amounts of chlorine into your pool. The cool thing about this, I kind of say it's the set and forget. This is where most of the pool guys that I work with and that I know out here in Arizona, we use chlorine tablets because we come and service a pool once a week. And so we come in, we check the chemistry, we add chlorine tablets as needed, and that chlorine is going to dissolve slowly over time. Think of it as like a time release capsule where the medicine is getting into your system slowly over time, as opposed to a straight capsule where it releases into your system quickly and rapidly, okay? Which means it's going to dissipate faster and wear out faster. So that's the big thing about chlorine tablets. They are so much more convenient, okay? The drawbacks, and this is where some of the controversy comes in, is in the thing that is included in chlorine tablets. Remember I said they're 3-inch stabilized chlorine tablets? Well, the stabilizer in there is cyanuric acid. And if you've watched my videos on my video on cyanuric acid or total dissolved solids, you'll know that when your cyanuric acid level gets too high, that's usually the #1 indicator that it's time to replace your water, or at least change half of it out. We call that a poor man's water replacement. Because remember, the only way to lower the cyanuric acid and total dissolved solid levels in your pool is through dilution. Dilution basically means you add water, fresh water, to the saturated water, and that's going to dilute it, okay? So with that said, there is some potential problem with with chlorine tablets because they release a small amount of cyanuric acid in the pool as they dissolve. Now, I have looked online and I've seen everything from they release an extremely high amount to it's barely anything, so you can do your own research and check it out. But what I have found is this. Because cyanuric acid, remember I said the way for cyanuric acid levels to be reduced is through dilution? Remember this, you're not adding cyanuric acid and no water at all to your pool. If you have a pool, your pool water is going to evaporate. In the summertime, especially in Arizona, it evaporates very quickly. So you are replacing some of the saturated water on a 24-hour-a-day basis with fresh water just because of evaporation. So as that small amount of cyanuric acid is being introduced to your pool through the tablets dissolving, you are also losing water through evaporation, and your pool, if it has an autofill valve, is refilling with fresh water from your whatever water source it is, and that water is diluting the existing water. So what that means is that in my experience in Arizona, as long as you're not adding pound after pound of straight cyanuric acid to your system like I show in the startup of your pool, where I say don't add so much, add very little at a time, so that you get it to the low end of the ideal range for cyanuric acid. That way, when you're using tablets, it's a slow process. And again, we still suggest in Arizona that you change your pool water out every 3 to 7 years. For me, my clients, it's been every 5 to 7 years because of just your water gets saturated with not just cyanuric acid, but total dissolved solids as well, okay? And so at the end of the day, the amount of cyanuric acid that I've found goes into a pool, combined with the dilution of the water through evaporation and fresh water being added in, it still takes about 5 to 7 years for the water molecules or the cyanuric acid levels to get to a range where you've got to change your water out. So it's somewhat a negligible thing, in my opinion, or at least in my experience in Arizona and the pools that I service out here. And it has been that for the guys that I talk to that have serviced pools for decades as well. They have the same experience. So if you would, though, that's about the only drawback. There's one more maybe. If your pool is in need of a quick fix of chlorine, the chlorine tablets are going to take a little longer to dissolve. So in that case, you're probably going to want to add some liquid chlorine or some trichlor or dichlor shock to your pool, okay? So, but that's somewhat common. A lot of times you shock a pool anyway. Personally, I actually don't use the granulated shocks. What I use is liquid chlorine when it comes to shocking a pool because I want to get that chlorine into the pool much quicker. But that is the pros and cons of the 3 different kinds of chlorine. Okay, so I've gone over the 3 different kinds of chlorines: liquid chlorine, granular chlorine, and 3-inch stabilized chlorine tablets, and I've talked to you about the pros and the cons of all 3. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion, just my opinion based on experience when it comes to chlorine. And here it is. My pick for chlorine type to use on your pool is 3-inch stabilized chlorine tablets. Now, the number one reason for me is convenience. They are very convenient. They can be put in a pool in a tablet floater and float around the pool, and you only have to check your pool chemistry once you get your levels where they need to be on a weekly basis, once a week. That is the number one reason that I choose chlorine tablets, and most of my contemporaries in the pool service industry in Arizona use chlorine tablets as well. All right, because we get out to pools once a week and it just makes things so much more easier and convenient. So for you, you have to make a decision. Are you okay with testing your pool water on a daily basis and you don't want all that cyanuric acid or other stuff, however you feel about it, in your pool? Then liquid chlorine is the way to go if you don't mind testing your pool chemistry on a daily basis. If you want something in between, maybe the granular chlorine, which is probably my least popular choice because you have those granules sitting down in the bottom of your pool, and that can do small, slow damage to your surface of your pool, like the plaster or anything like that, over time. And then again, like I said, the third one, which is my favorite, is the 3-inch stabilized chlorine tablets. So it's kind of up to you, but if you're like me, and you're busy and you have things that you do during the week and you're not home and you're not always able to check your pool water, then my suggestion would be the 3-inch stabilized chlorine tablets because they are the most convenient. And remember what I said about the cyanuric acid. To me, it's negligible because as cyanuric acid, yes, is dissolving out of those tablets into your pool water is evaporating as well. And so fresh water is being added to your pool. So they tend to, at the very least, it tends to slow down the saturation of cyanuric acid in your pool. So my friends, that is my video on the 3 types of chlorine that are available for your pool and my suggestions on which one might work best for you. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions or comments, remember, you can always post them in the comment section below this video, or if you'd like, you can email me directly, and my email address is going to show up right here at the bottom of the screen. As always, it's kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Once again, Kenny, poolschool@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remind you to like and subscribe to this channel. Please share this channel with your friends if you have friends who are looking to save a buck servicing their own pool. And as always, even though it's getting into winter and people are probably not swimming in the pool anymore, remember, you have water. So be safe, have fun, and always, always, always watch those kids around water. And I will see you next time.